Good morning, everyone. My name is Joacim Damgard. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Microsoft in Central and Eastern Europe. Thank you very much for having me on this conference. Hey, I'm passionate about the ability that technology has to shape the world around us for better. It's connecting us and making our lives easier every day. It's driving transformation in business and public services. It's creating new jobs, helping economies recover and grow. It's helping us address major societal challenges and build a more inclusive community. In this digital age, the opportunity for Serbia and Central and Eastern Europe has never been greater. I believe that combining Central and Eastern Europe's opportunities with our current commitment in the region will yield the impact we are striving for, namely for Central and Eastern Europe to become the heart of digital innovation. That is a digital hotspot open to the whole world. While realizing that this sounds very ambitious, I see Microsoft playing a key role in helping the region advance as a digital hotspot, enabling people, businesses, countries to recover and reimagine their journey towards growth. This commitment, which is part of our global mission to empower every person and every organization on the planet, defines our ambition to Central and Eastern Europe and Serbia, where entrepreneurs can realize their ambition, where CE becomes an exporter of innovation and not only manpower and hands and feet, where growth is truly inclusive. So how do we realize this vision? Let me start from the talent potential that we have in our region. Central and Eastern Europe hosts the fifth largest development population worldwide. Over 1.9 million developers sits in Central and Eastern Europe. And we have a large ICT talent pool with hundreds of thousands of STEM graduates. We are a preferred region for tech centers, that is shared services, that's call centers, that's software development. Our geographical position, we can serve many time zones from where we are positioned, and we can reach economic centers. And we are home to innovators. We have strong software companies in CE that are already powering some of the world's leading institutions. Still, in terms of digitization, the region lacks some of our neighbors' progress. Some companies have been hesitant to adopt new technologies. Some governments have been slow to develop supportive policies and regulations. Being slow to adapt to the rise of emerging technology has meant, unfortunately, that we have seen some local talent leave the region to seek opportunities elsewhere. The pandemic has been an eye-opening to everyone in our region, to why and how digitization matters, and I am amazed by the speed and ingenuity our people, our businesses, governments embrace cloud technologies, just not to carry on, but to scale and move to the next level. However, despite the talent and the buzz around startups in the region, CE is not yet seen as the next Silicon Valley. This is also tied to the fact that Europe is still behind the US when it goes to digital transformation. So let's look at some of the data. Digitization has driven much of the product innovation over the past decade, and the cloud is a real game changer as it's universally accessible and gives us access to global markets. Still, European firms have been lagging their US and Chinese rivals in digitization. The impact of this is significant. In 2019, the global Fortune 500 list had 130 European companies. That is 42 less than 10 years earlier, 2009. A decline of almost 25% within the last 10 years. As opposed to tech talent in digitization, most CE countries are in the lower ranks of an already low and lagging Europe. We have the talent and we have the opportunities in Central and Eastern Europe, but we also need to address the existing skills gap that we have in CE companies. Currently, only 3.5% of employees in CE fully meet the digital skills that we need as businesses. A particular skill challenge is around advanced technologies like AI. In AI, in CE, we have less than 1% of the total share of European AI talent. If you compare that with the US employs twice as many AI skills people than Europe. although the US total labor force is just half the size. So it's a factor 4 bigger based on that. Even before the COVID-19 crisis, it was evident CE needed to radically change and advance digital skills, infrastructure, technology, and policy. CE companies who adopted cloud already could see a 35% more demand for skilled people versus non-adopters. So how do we address these priorities to unlock the potential of CE talent based on the digital future and the thriving business, entrepreneurs, economies, and societies? We need to ask the right questions. So as we build and rebuild for the post-pandemic world, I should say, we should be asking not just what we need today and the nearest future, but also what we want the future to look like and plan around that vision. So what will your business look like in 5, 10, maybe even 20 years? And let's start to craft the talent pool that we need to serve that vision and that need. Almost all new products and services will have a digital component in the future. Interactions with customers will be very, very different. New business models will certainly emerge. We have seen it already. The crisis has made this apparent and more visible. Digital firms have higher productivity than non-digital firms. They have better management practices. They are more innovative. They grow faster and they create higher paid jobs, which is important in itself. So we need to use the momentum of this disruption to set ourselves up for this future and be able to serve it as best as we can. So, is our business future ready? McKinsey has shared a very, very interesting study on the post-COVID recovery strategy for commercial companies. The study shows that 9 out of 10 businesses change or will change their go-to-market model due to the pandemic. Many vendors can provide solutions to one or the other area. However, no one provides a single cohesive platform spanning from infrastructure to productivity, to business process, to security, to data and AI, like Microsoft does. We have the end-to-end platform, so please, we are the right partner. Our holistic approach, the Microsoft Clouds, enable a digital feedback loop in your organization, break through data silos, bring together teams to become a more agile, resilient, innovative, and competitive organization. We are here for business. We are here to support. And change is needed. As the COVID-19 crisis disrupts us every workplace, more people than ever are working remotely. For many, this was an inflection point. We won't return to the way we previously worked. The value of the new world of work has never been clearer. Remote working is more than a quick fix. It can be a game changer, opening pathways to new ideas and partnerships and give employees more flexibility. Today, compared to the last year, 5 times more businesses are formalizing their flexible work policy, and managers interviewed by Gartner say that only 5% of employees will return to the office permanently post-COVID. The change is definitely here to stay. But technology and operational change must be accompanied by cultural change too. It's not only about the tech and the way we work, it's also how we work and how the culture needs to change with that. More companies preserve productivity, but without remote work culture, it proves challenging to nurture collaboration and innovation. The number of leaders who say their company is innovative dropped actually now from 56% in 2019 to 40% in 2020 due to lack of team cohesion and collaboration. And also, employees cite culture being the biggest pain point in moving to remote working. Still, technology alone is not enough to drive digital transformation. Innovations require the ability to develop new capabilities from existing technology, as well as to implement new tech, and this requires new skills. So to get the impact of our new ways of working and our new tools, we need to have that accompanied by culture. So it's about skills to create a competitive advantage. With growing demand for these new skills, employers are looking to upskill their people as the number one approach to close the skills gap versus hiring or outsourcing. There simply is not enough talent out there with the new skills that we need to have. Due to the rapid technology change, the average life of a skill today is less than 5 years, making continuous training a critical behavior. By 2022, over half of all employees will require significant reskilling, according to World Economic Forum. Therefore, successful organizations prioritize skills as much as technology. They succeed by creating a learning culture that is combined with a growth mindset. We currently observe that role-based learning versus product or tool-based focused training is the most progressive approach to upskilling. And also employees are highly motivated to acquire these skills as a way to become the skills and the employees of tomorrow. It's worth mentioning that in a world that is digitally transforming faster than ever, some jobs are being displaced while new ones are being created at much larger pace. While 75 million current roles may be displaced by automation and AI by 2022, 133 million new jobs may emerge at the same time, according to the World Economic Forum. So it's a lot of jobs going to go away due to AI and automation, but even more, almost a double, will be created. And interestingly, 80% of these jobs we expect to see as soon as 2025. They don't even exist yet. We don't know what they are, but we know that there is a need coming up. So we at Microsoft are strongly committed to support your skilling efforts. We are putting a lot of effort into this. We are educating ourselves, but we're also educating our customers and our partners to be with us on this journey. So only for our fiscal year 21, we plan to certify 27,000 tech professionals and partners and to train close to 600,000 professionals through online modules in Microsoft Learn. As you may have heard, Microsoft announced investment plans for Poland and Greece this year, the first regional data centers. We are super proud of those, and we hope that we can come with even more information further on other geographies. With these investments, we announced a skilling program to raise the digital competencies of 250,000 Polish and Greek professionals, Microsoft partners and students over the next 3 years. Big investment for us, but important to benefit from what we're putting in those two countries. In summary, it's important that we invest in skilling for a faster recovery and to enable the region to be more competitive and to ensure inclusive growth. In the last few minutes, I want to elaborate a bit more on partnership for recovery and the meaning of a digital society. When we at Microsoft think of Central and Eastern Europe as a digital hotspot, we think of it as enabling every kind of organization to thrive, not just those in the private sector, but the public sector too, and maybe even more importantly during these COVID times. Historically, there has been a perception that government has been slow to adopt innovation practices in general and tech adoption specifically. Digital transformation strategies have often stalled and not necessarily prioritized for various of reasons. However, in a matter of weeks, the pandemic has compelled many, if not all, parts of governments to rapidly transition to digital services, working methods. As Satya Nadella recently observed, we have seen 2 years worth of digital transformation in just 2 months. Seeing the response of governments in Central and Eastern Europe has made me question why we couldn't achieve another 2 years of transformation in a similar period of time. As we now enter into the next normal, our new normal is this rapid change where we adopt new tools faster. We have seen enough proof over the last month showing that government are both enablers of this journey by creating modern public policies, infrastructures, and lighthouse for digital economy by digitizing their own services and platforms to the benefit of economy, society, and actually for everyone. By maintaining the pace of their digital efforts and transformation efforts, government in the region can build on the strong foundation they have laid in the last few months and build a more resilient and competitive economy, an inclusive and thriving society for the future. And we are here to help and participate in this journey. As a platform company, Microsoft provides you with a canvas on which you can have complete freedom to create your vision of digitization, whatever your business needs are, and whatever you choose to prioritize. Our role is to provide a head start with a solid cloud-based foundation to build on. Our platform helps minimize the cost of entry and optimizes maintenance and scaling so you can focus on your core ideas and drive the kind of innovation that is unique to your DNA, to your company, to your country. All this is supported by our 24,500 partners in Central and Eastern Europe and 2,500 ISVs. They are equipped with these tools, and we have 4 Microsoft Development Centers in the region, one which is placed here in Serbia. I believe that one day, when we look back at 2020, we're going to see a generation of companies and innovators that use this moment of economic disruption to reimagine their business, to reimagine their work, and to reimagine their life. The start of tomorrow of being born today, right here in CE. We have a unique opportunity to witness their rise firsthand and to play a key part in helping them shine in their home countries, in the region and beyond. So let's make this happen. Let's make it happen together. Thank you so much for your time and have a good event. Thank you.